Welcome back to Operations Management. Today we're talking about strategic fit. And if you recall from our last session, we said that strategic fit is how we look at the consistency between our strategic position and our competencies of our processes. By strategic position, we're thinking about the business strategy. Where do we want our products positioned in the market? And our process competencies are how we're going to be able to achieve those particular product attributes that give us that particular strategic position in the market. When we look at strategies, we can look at it from multiple perspectives. One way is to look at it as a market-driven strategy. This is when we start with what it is we want to achieve in the market itself. Where do we want to position ourselves? Do we want to be a low-cost provider? Do we want to be a highly customized provider? Do we want to get things to our customers very quickly? What level quality? Then, once we have those particular product attributes, that then drives the process architecture and our process strategies. Another way of looking at it is to say, what are we currently good at? What are we good at in terms of our process competencies? Are we already set up as an assembly line structure? Are we already low cost? Are we already very flexible? Once we understand what our process is currently capable of, then we can say, where can we position ourselves in the market using the processes that we already have? So you can see we can look at the strategies from two different perspectives. But remember, you cannot have one process that fits everything you want to achieve. Getting back to the operations frontier, we know that there are always going to be trade-offs. So again, we have to decide, are the processes that we currently have going to drive our product offerings, or are we going to modify our process to match our products? So one is focusing on the process, and the other one is focusing on our product. Another way of looking at our strategy and the way we design our processes is whether we want to look at it by individual functions within our organization. Do we want to have one functional area that services many different products? That would be closer to a job shop structure. Another way to look at it is with a product focus, every product has its own series of functions. So you can look at the top one as being much more job shop related, where you have single functional areas that work with multiple products. And the other one has individual functions for the specific products. How the customer receives the product is another way to look at it for our process design. If we make things to stock, by that I mean, let's make a lot of items and put it into inventory, store it in a warehouse, send it to retail stores. We can make a lot of one particular item and keep it fairly low cost. That's make to stock. If on the other side, we want to make it to order, we're allowing a lot of customization. But that also means we're not going to have a lot of inventory. So if we're going to be working on make to stock, we're more likely to have an assembly line, a flow shop process. But if we're going to think about make to order, then we're going to be much more of a job shop process. So as you can see, as we decide where we want to be in the market and how we want to interact with our customers, what kind of product attributes we want to have, that's going to drive our process design. Next time, we're going to talk about process metrics. Once we've designed our process to do what we want it to do in terms of meeting our product attributes, how do we know we are actually doing it right? How do we know whether or not we're achieving our particular goals? That's where process metrics come in. See you next time.